Welcome to the Captain's Blog. I'm David McDonough, Senior Vice President at Trilogy Financial. On this blog, we try to take what's unnecessarily complicated out there on Wall Street and make it understandable to you on Main Street. Gave back 2%, the majority of that on Friday. What happened? Jobs numbers came out lower than expectations, but worse. Revisions for the past 2 months lowered jobs created by 300,000. Folks, this number is what the Fed relies on when it comes to setting interest rate policy. The fear that the Fed is behind the ball where it comes to lowering interest rates gave back again 2%. I'm going to attribute that to profit taking as well, with the market fully valued. Did the buy the dip mentality come through this week, or did the profit taking continue? Here's your week in review. Yes, the buy the dip mentality came through again, plus 1.5% this week, up 7% for the year as of this morning. What happened? Again, good, solid fundamentals with earnings. 85% of the company reporting their earnings are meeting or beating expectations. Then the tariff threats, 100% tariff on all semiconductor stocks unless they start building them, manufacturing them in the U.S. It's starting to turn into the president who cried wolf. The market is looking through these threats, these tariffs, at least as of this morning. But again, manufacturing came in lower than expectations. You as the consumer are starting to hold back on your purchases, and again, more cautious where it comes to your travel. And we're a consumer-driven economy. So if you're slowing down, expect the market to slow down as well. Now here's what to look for next week. Now that the earnings season is winding down, we're susceptible to headline risk, geopolitical risk. Again, the Fed is not meeting again until September 17th. We're paying attention to inflation numbers, and more importantly, you as the consumer and the labor market. Is the Fed behind? Again, we believe that the Fed will start cutting rates in September, and that is priced in to this market. Fully valued market again, folks. But there are spots, there are certain sectors that have value. Consult your local financial advisor for more details. Now, here's your personal finance tip of the week. The question of the week comes from Bill from Raleigh, Massachusetts, an avid fan of the blog and a supporter of the flagship. Bill asked me this week, Dave, you talk about reallocating, moving money out of cash, buying on dips. How do we do so if our account is fully invested? Well, a great question, Bill. In your circumstance, we have a moderate growth portfolio, 70-30 split, 60-40 stock to bond. If we believe at the flagship that the market is showing value, we reallocate from the bond side of the market to the stock side. And we continue to rebalance. If the stock market takes off, it is time to sell some of that position and reallocate to the bond side of the market. Bill, thanks. What a great question. So thank you all for checking in. We'll see you next week on the Captain's Blog.